Welcome back, trainers, and with the new month approaching, we're going to have a new Shadow Legendary Pokemon, so make sure you complete that Looming in the Shadows. We're going to go ahead and go over a bit of information here to keep you up to date. If you enjoy these kind of videos, please make sure you hit that like button. It really does help me out quite a bit, as well as sharing it with people who may just want to stay in the loop for Pokemon Go news. So Niantic support does go on to say, trainers, remember to defeat Giovanni by the 30th local time to encounter this month's Shadow Legendary Pokemon. And then they also go on to say, the Shadow Pokemon you can encounter after defeating Giovanni changes on the 1st of each month. This is the case regardless of the month you received the Giovanni related special research. So as of now, I'm not 100% sure that the Looming in the Shadows tasks are going to change up each month, but I'm really hoping that the Giovanni team itself does kind of switch up each month, and also obviously the Shadow Legendary is going to be changing as well. As far as which Shadow Legendary are we going to get, well, it's definitely going to be either Moltres or Zapdos. We'll just have to wait and see which ones they do bring out first. And then Pokemoners go on to say that the Moltres Zapdos were updated with the Shadow treatment for their appearance, including their angry eyes. So they are within the game, ready to go, and at the end of the month, come the 1st, we will be able to get that new Shadow Legendary Pokemon, which is, it's pretty cool. I look forward to actually battling Giovanni himself, so that's why I kind of want the team to be switched up. So over here on GoHub, I will have a link in the description, and you can go ahead and check out the team that Giovanni does have. It's going to be a Persian, Dugtrio, Rhyhorn, Hippowdon, and then Articuno at the end. Now this is going to be for the month of November. It possibly may switch up next month. Maybe throw in a Nidoking, maybe a Nidoqueen. That would be pretty nice to go up against them. But keeping Persian in that #1 spot seems quite fitting with Giovanni. So I was able to complete this going up against them with 1500 CP Pokemon, and it was a blast. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some battles going up against Sierra and Arlo here using Pokemon under 1500 CP. I know a lot of this is going to be difficult for some of you, so like I said, I will have links to other videos, or at the end I'll have cards so you can go ahead and click on how to defeat them with normal Pokemon above 1500. So we do start off with that other Pokemon, Blastoise. We make the switch into Lucario here so we can freeze the opponent. All these little freezes that we've been talking about, you have to take advantage of those. It really is going to help you out in gaining a bunch of energy so you can continuously get off your charge moves to do more damage. And when they do freeze, you're not going to be taking damage. Now, how to make them freeze is switching Pokemon after you get defeated and you go into the battle using a charge move, or when they use their charge move. So whenever those things do occur, make sure you get in a few quick moves before you get off your charge move. All right, so we are on to the Hypno here. So we need to burn that last shield with this Lucario. So Power Up Punch and Shadow Ball is what you're going to want going in here if you do have a Lucario. And we're able to actually get to the Shadow Ball. It's going to be super effective against that Hypno. Let's go ahead and see how much this does. If I had a completely maxed out Lucario at this point, it probably would have almost taken it out. But it still does a great amount of damage here. I wasn't even expecting to do that much with the Lucario, so that was a bit of a bonus. So we're going to go in here with this Phyllis, resisting that Zen Headbutt on that Hypno there, being that Dark type. And we do have Bite, Body Slam, and Dark Pulse on the Phyllis here. So we're just going to go ahead and bite it down and save that energy for the next Pokemon, and it is going to be a Houndoom. So we're just going to do a couple bites while it is frozen there, and then we're just going to do these body slams just to do as much damage as we can here. This one's going to be down to the wire. I do believe the Blastoise is good, but it doesn't get energy quite as fast as, say, a Swampert with Mudshot and Hydro Cannon. But the Swampert is going to be a little bit squishier, but I do recommend the Swampert for sure. So it does finish this off. That's fine. At this point, we are looking pretty good, and we're going to be able to get to a Hydro Cannon barely on the Blastoise. All right, so Blastoise is pretty good. We do have the December Community Day coming up, so if you weren't around for that, I urge you to make one in the Great League, as well as the highest CP one that you do have, because it will be maxing out under 2500 for the Ultra League if you do like to PvP. But going into raids, I mean, Blastoise is not too useful, but it could be dropping them in a gym. So we were able to take her out barely with the Lucario. Coming in at the end, good thing we saved that Lucario with a little bit of health. Now, let's go ahead and see if we get that Shadow Pokemon here. Let's go. So I've gotten the Scyther already, which is quite amazing. I can't believe it. Unfortunately, not this time. Which one do I want? The Meowth or the Sneasel more? I really like Sneasel. The shiny looks pretty awesome, that bright pink, although I wouldn't mind a shiny mouth. Alright, so going into the next one, starting it off with Garchomp, so we could switch into Bastiodon. Now, I wanted to use this one instead of Probopass because I feel like, you know, Probopass is so good. I wanted to give myself a challenge instead of keep using the Mario-looking Pokemon here. Bastiodon, what it's going to do is resist the Air Slash quite a bit, but compared to Probopass, Probopass is going to be able to get off the charge moves very fast as opposed to the Bastiodon here. It takes a little while, but the Smackdown is doing a lot of damage, so that is a plus. Another negative about Bastiodon here is it's going to take forever to get off your charge moves, therefore you're going to be doing a ton of quick moves, and the opponent is going to be getting quite a bit of energy and possibly burn both of your shields or make you use both of your shields on the Bastiodon. So, I don't know. It's okay. I mean, the performance is still pretty nice here. But anyways, so we get to the Stone Edge here, burn the last shield, and at this point we can finish it off with Smackdowns because we're just going to be able to with that shield left. We're going to go ahead and I think we let this go. Yeah, actually, never mind. I think that was an accident. I realized I had Pignite, so I can go in there with the Embers, do super effective, gain a little bit of energy, and at this point we haven't, or the switch clock is back, so we can switch, do a couple quick moves with the Pignite here, and then switch into the Garchomp under 1500 CP, but with less than 50% health here. It's not looking too good. It took a lot of damage from that Sneasel in the beginning. So getting to that Earthquake, we did miss a bubble, wow. Still hitting the Excellent and almost one-shotting it there. So Garchomp is fantastic in this situation because it is going to be both the Dragon and Ground resisting the electric moves from the Magnezone. In comes the Scizor, and we have an Earthquake ready. So we're just going to hit that, of course. There's no need to waste all that energy. Do as much damage to it as we can before the Pignite does come in. And we're going to have energy on that Pignite too. So he's basically going to come in, do a couple Embers, and then finish it off with the Flame Charge here. So I thought I'd use this one just for fun. I made this, I think, the day that Gen 5 Pokemon did get released. And I bought a secondary move. I mean, why not? Just for PvP, you know? So we're taking him out there. Let's go ahead and see if we can get ourselves another shiny. Just like on the image on the side here. Still have it as my buddy. I would love to have another one. Would I purify it? Probably. I'm not going to purify the Shadow Shiny Scyther that I currently do have because I already do have a Shiny Scyther. Or Scizor, should I say. In the Great League too. With a secondary move. That's like my fourth one with a secondary move. Expensive thing. Alright, so not shiny. Moving on to the last one here. And this is going to be the final one going up against Sierra. We're going to start off with Swampert. Of course, she's going to go in there with the Sneasel. And what I'm going to do is do the switch immediately so we can freeze it up like we've been over here. So I did mess up. I took quite a bit of damage with the Swampert. And there is a trick if you switch fast enough. The Medicham, as you've seen when I did enter into the battle, took quite a bit of damage right away. If you do the switch at the exact perfect time, you can go in with full health. So I decided to go in here with Medicham because the Lucario wasn't able to withstand those Ice Shards well enough to survive to take out the Sneasel. But the Medicham is going to be a bit bulkier than the Lucario because it is completely maxed out at this point. Lucario is going to be at a lower level and not be able to tank those hits. So getting off that power-up punch here, and we're going to finish it off with counters. Now, the first time I did test this out, I do believe this is my second run through. On this Lapras here, I tried to hit the close or the dynamic punch, but I fainted out. So just went for the power-up punch. We're going to be able to do a little bit of damage, not even hitting the excellent, and get in a few counters here, and almost able to get off another power-up punch. Now, we do have the Venusaur at this point. And the Lapras, as you can see, does have Water Gun. If it did have Ice Shards, it'd be in a bit of trouble. We're going to go in there with Swampert just for a second. Charge its energy just a little bit for that final Pokemon. And then switch into Venusaur here. And then have the Lapras freeze. And then get to that Frenzy Plant here. So Venusaur is fantastic. Yet again, another one you want to make sure to get come this December Community Day from the past Community Days. Because we're going to get all of them, right? It's going to be great. I still need a better PvP IV Bulbasaur in the Great League. Getting to another Frenzy Plant here. and it's going to be a close one. I think the Venusaur is going to faint out, yeah, but we're able to finish it off with the Swampert quick moves. The Swampert at this point is so squishy, it can't really even take a hit from this Houndoom, so I'm going to have to time this all perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and hit that Hydro Cannon now, and at this point we have like 2 Hydro Cannons ready to go, so we're great. And between the freezing time here, we're going to be able to get in a few more quick moves, gain our energy a little bit more, and hit that Hydro Cannon yet again. And this thing puts in work. I thought I was going to have to restart at this point, but we were able to do a few more quick moves and then get to another Hydro Cannon, and that is going to do it. So good stuff here. Always a fun challenge to go up against these rocket leaders with Pokemon under 1500 CP. If you're finding it a bit difficult, make sure you don't waste all your revives or potions trying to do this, right? So just use, maxed out or the highest level Pokemon you do have to go in there. Anyways, with that said, trainers, I'd like to say thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great holiday season, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I will be keeping you up to date on everything Pokemon Go. I think this is going to be the only video I upload today, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, thanks for watching, trainers, and I will be catching you all next time. Take care.